Hi guys, you're welcome once again to my channel, and this is A Full Learning English. So today I'm not going to be teaching, and I just want to share with you as you write your exams tomorrow a few tips I believe can be very useful for you and very helpful for you as you prepare to write these exams in English language. These tips I believe will be very, very useful for you. So without wasting time, let's get started. First one, you have to prepare and you have to practice. Very, very important. You have to prepare and practice. These days, I discovered that students do not want to prepare. They just want to go into the examination hall and expect magic or miracle to happen. Things don't work that way. You have to get your hands to work. You have to really prepare and not just read. You also have to read and practice. What you read, you also have to practice it. This is very, very important. It can't be overemphasized, okay? Now, the second one I would like to talk about is that you must develop this attitude of confidence. You must have this daring attitude. Very, very important. You must have the daring attitude, the confidence, the guts that come what may, you're going into the examination hall and you're excelling. You're coming out with an excellent performance, okay? It's very, very important. No matter how you read, no matter how you're prepared and practice, if you don't have this confident spirit or attitude, it's really going to work against you. It's real. I can't doubt the fact that most students go into the examination hall with what I call this nervousness, these butterflies in their stomachs, okay? It's really cool, okay? We've all gone that path. We've all been on that road before, okay? But you must move away from that kind of negative mentality. You must come up with this positive vibe around you, okay? Have this confident spirit that no matter the situation, you're going in there and to excel. But don't forget, before you have that confidence, before you can build your confidence to the highest level, first, you must prepare and practice. So what am I trying to say in essence? What I'm trying to say is that confidence and preparation work hand in hand, okay? So take note of that. So the third one I would like to talk about is that students and learners should familiarize themselves with the kind of questions they should expect, okay? And for instance, in the theory part of English language, you should expect questions in composition. And under composition, we have letter writing and essay writing. While other aspects of theory in English language, you have comprehension passage questions as well as summary passage questions. So all of these students should familiarize themselves with them. Apart from this, students should also familiarize themselves with the kind of questions that come out in multiple option questions. We have just 80 questions in this part of English language, and under the 80 questions, we have questions where students will be given options, and questions range from grammar questions to synonyms and antonyms to idioms, figures of speech, idioms, and sentence interpretation, as well as registers. And on test of horror, students should expect questions from consonant sounds and vowel sounds, stress, rhymes, and phonetic symbols. So once you familiarize yourself with these kind of questions, you will have the confidence and the efficiency and effectiveness to go inside the examination hall. You know the kind of question you're expecting, so you are not confused when you see this kind of questions, okay? So it's very important you familiarize yourself with the kind of questions to be expected, okay? And the next one I'd like to talk about is time management. These cannot be overemphasized. Students waste a lot of time on certain questions at the detriment of other questions. So students should and must be very smart with the way they manage their time in the examination hall. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that when you're writing exams in English language, if you don't understand a particular question, let's take for instance, you are handling or answering or trying to attempt questions in multiple option questions, the one I said earlier on 80 questions. Number one, you don't know or you are confused, go straight to number two. Number 2, you don't know, go straight to number 3. Even if you don't know the first 10 questions or you are confused about the first 10 or 20 questions, go to number 21 or number 31. That's how things work, okay? Don't waste your time on a particular question, okay? Because don't forget, you're working with time, and the examination you are answering is time-based. Then in the theory part, if you're dealing with a particular question in comprehension passage, if you don't know number 1, go to number 2. If you don't know number 2, go to number 3. That's how it works. So take note of that. Don't waste your time on a particular question. Then the next one I would like to talk about is reading instructions. Very important. Students don't really count this very important, but it is it's as important as preparing for your exams. Can I repeat that? Reading instructions in the examination hall or while trying to attempt questions in the examination is as important as preparing for your exams, okay? So you have to read your instructions, and not only read instructions, you also have to you also have to understand the instructions. Very, very important. And the next one I'd like to talk about is students should try in as much as possible to attempt the questions they are confident about. Yes, you should attempt the kind of questions you're confident about. For instance, in composition, you have questions on formal letters, informal letters, it has questions on letter writing and essay writing. If you're confident in writing letters, don't go and attempt questions on essay. I've seen situations where students will attempt questions on article writing and they don't know anything about article writing. That's mere stupidity. So you're not impressing anyone. If you really want to develop your skills and ability in article writing, you can do that after the exams. It's as simple as that. So it is very important and logical and reasonable for you to attempt questions you are confident about. Okay? So if you are the one, or you are the person, or you are the student that is confident in narrative essays, that's stories, just go straight to stories and attempt the questions on stories. It's as simple as that. If you are the type that what you can handle is debate, go straight to debate, read the questions, understand, and write attempt the question. If you are the type that what you know how to write is informal letters, why can't you just attempt your informal letters and leave the rest? But if you want to develop your ability in other aspects, then after the exams you can pick up the questions and try them out. It's as simple as that. Okay? Very, very important as well. Then the next one I would like to talk about here is when you're answering questions in the theory part of English language. Based on my experience, I'll advise you to attempt questions in summary and comprehension passage, and before moving on to the composition aspect. Don't waste all your time on composition aspect. What I've come to realize is that most students find it extremely difficult to write essays or composition. So if you start with that, it most of the time creates a lot of problem, nervousness for the students, and they waste a lot of time on that. And by the time they try to attempt the questions on comprehension passage and summary passage, their time is fast spent, and they lose a lot of critical marks. So sometimes they don't even attempt questions on comprehension passage and summary passage, and these affect their mark a lot. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that trying as much as possible to attempt questions on comprehension passage and summary passage, but don't waste your time in that aspect. And once you're done with that, then remaining time left for you, you can use it for the composition aspect. Okay, so I think all these tips I've mentioned will go a long way in helping you to excel in your forthcoming exams in English language. Thanks for watching. Bye. But before I leave, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, this is Full Learning English, so you can click that red button. And if you find this useful, you can subscribe as well as share my content. Then if you also have other useful tips for students preparing for exams, you can drop it in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Bye.